all of a sudden you're like,
now it's 5-5.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember.
Something the fans at home might not be used to, but I think we're going to see a lot of 6-0, 6-1s this year. It's going to be a lot different than it. You're able to just close those rounds out.
Snowball effect,
right? It's a snowball effect. Yep. Whereas in previous years it wasn't really like that. But that's why this year we're seeing leads being extended in search and destroy, and people dominating towards the.
You're gonna get your specials quicker. You may even get some streaks. And it does.
Oh my! Sheesh.
It's more a little bit of a choke on you.
Excuse me?
Zero is nasty.
Zero is nasty.
I taught. Really? Zero is nasty.
He has those games, right? Zero.
He did win that one, but 3-1 for EG. They get their first round on the board. And this is an important game overall in the grand scheme of things, going to pack and you touched on this great length, but in terms of where you're finishing your pool, right?
Yeah.
We've said this pool is so tough. For Red Reserve losing to LG early on, this is huge for them to bounce back and potentially come out into the winners bracket. We know their curse last year in World War II always felt like they were always in the losers. They may as well start of the tournament in the losers bracket.
It's also a way for Red Reserve to figure out like how good they really are.
Agreed.
Because you don't know, like playing the LG team, Gunless caught fire, maybe just like a one-man show just dominating you. That happens sometimes. You let a player get the best of you. And Red Reserve, they haven't been able to play too many NA teams in this last few days. Maybe take them a little bit of time to acclimate. But right now they're looking pretty good against EG, a team that looked solid in their first game.
And it's important to know as well, their control, Red Reserve's control, looked very
Advances control.
Yeah, good point. But hey, in terms of what they were able to do against LG, I mean, going into against that Red control, LG would have been fantastic at it. Probably a better game.
If you look at the map right now, it's just weird, like seeing what EG's goal is right now. See, this play wouldn't even have come close to being okay if Royalty didn't win his one-on-one on the opposite side of the map. He made a solo hero play, won his one-on-one, and then wins another one-on-one against Zero to pretty much, secure this round. They should be able to close this one out, but I really don't like those hero plays. It's going to work out here. But maybe not. Never mind. It didn't work. See, exactly. So when you take those hero plays, it takes so long. It takes so long to get around the map, and you end up screwing your team over in the end. Like, he hit a wide flank. He does pick up 2 kills, but it takes so long. His whole team's waiting for it.
And then you also lose trade potential. He won his one. That's good. If he doesn't win his one, you instantly lose. You instantly lose the round. You instantly lose the round, exactly.
Because at that point, what happens is your guy.
Take back part of the map that you lost.
You'll see teams send all 5 people over towards the A-bomb site, kind of hit the stack. And the reason I think they did it is so they could sit here and use that lightning strike and push them all back into their top office. Goonjar's in a pivotal spot right here. He has to hold this down. He has to pick up one before he goes down, or it's going to be really tough. Team kill.
Great lightning.
He didn't even need to use that lightning, though. I don't understand. They had a full setup.
Yeah. I don't hate the lightning.
I don't believe in wasting those kind of resources like that.
I don't hate it because
now you have to use your war machine.
Trapping yourself on that bomb is really tough. You trapped on that bomb, it's really hard to get out of there. That was one of the worst rounds I've ever seen a team with a lightning strike and a bomb down I've ever seen.
And the war machine. They just invested so much.
I mean, at that point you have to invest in war machine because you're trying to damage limitate, right? You're like, you kind of need to win this round.
That's game over right there. They're gonna.
The thing I don't understand is, if you're thinking about using a lightning strike, why not, when you have bomb down, 40 seconds, you're forcing the team to come to you. Just ping it. Just use the ping, get your information, take your gunfights from there, and then worst case scenario, you still have a lightning strike. But imagine he had the lightning strike there. You just drop it on the bomb, you win the round.
I mean, that's fair. I mean, I think that a good play would have been to maybe drop back, use the lightning, and then retake again. But I don't totally hate the lightning strike usage. What I hate was that Goonjar was the only player sitting on that flank holding that, and he decides to lay down and then just run away. They needed to try to get
They quick planted A and then had no plan afterwards when they could have just controlled their side. You said it's hard to get off the bomb, true, but since there was no opposition there, they literally could have backed up the Goon.
Should have backed up.
They could have backed up the Goon.
And then use the lightning and then
yes, exactly.
That's a good play.
This is over. Joe, of course, now with some shrieks, he's going to let him rain in, slows down the health, drops it in, and finds himself a pick.
This EG team needed that first hard point, man. They really did. I've seen them scrim. I've been watching them.
in EG's first game against UYU, they went and played Control. They got 3-0 to Nat. You look at Red Reserve beating LG early on in the day in Control 3-1. To me, I think you're absolutely right. I think the series could be over.
That was a dominant performance.
No, solo nos toca ver, bolillo. Solo nos toca ver en este.
Exotic was actually 12-4 for the squad. It wasn't enough. They need to go back to the drawing board, figure out some new strats, come up with something new.
Están jugando ahora en la mansión. Desde la mansión, tú lo puedes ver en la transmisión. Tú entras y le das evento al juego arriba. Después le das el cuadro.
Yeah, of course, and that is Splice and Pittsburgh Knights here on Delta.
Tirándome esto para ver los rivales.
What's Parasite?
Knights is good. I'm just gonna say that right now. Good. Knights is good. They're just good. Good team.
I'm not saying they're not. I expected a lot more from Splice.
I said this. I said this going into the tournament. I've been on point with some of my predictions.
They won.
They won their match. What do you mean you've been on point? They won.
What I'm saying so far is this come true. But listen, like I said, Splice, I wasn't completely sold on them yet. We'll see how they do going forward. But either the Knights are just nasty.
The Knights aren't nasty. I watched them in the playing bracket yesterday, and they did not look good. I watched them throw away pointless shots. We're gonna forget the 2v1 they had against Scump.
That was terrible. That was terrible.
Right, but it's fundamental mistakes like that which you make against good teams, you're gonna get punished. Like you can't. Like that's a simple mistake.
Absolutely.
That's why I don't think they're nasty.
Yeah, you're adding.
I'm agreeing with you. I'm agreeing.
Yeah,
the irony
Splice,
is going to go to Game 5.
Splice has to be able to beat teams like this in hardpoint if they want to dominate here. I don't think this is a team that can rely on Search and Destroy, although I think they'll be solid. So did he just Tempest his teammate?
No, I think
he got counter-tempested by Aqua,
Yeah, I don't think Splice is going to be able to rely on Search. I think they'll be a strong Search team, but I don't think they're going to be able to rely on it.
It's just Tempest galore in the hill.
How's he still alive?
I have no idea. He survived way longer than he should have done, but Aqua still has his for couple of seconds.
This reminds me of the Optic game. Knights don't throw it away again.
They have a lighted strike. Lacefield's going to call it in as well. Finds one. ButterX with another. 2 dead, but still no hill control. What does that mean for spawns? Still spawning back, so the contest is going to be so heavy. I'm worried. I'm getting flashbacks.
If they lose again, they're going to go crazy. This is going to be the end of the Pittsburgh Knights right here. It's going to be the end of the Pittsburgh Knights.
Day 1, first event.
It's all down to this last rotation.
I mean, they have streaks, right? I'm pretty sure someone from Splice just got streaks, yeah. Aqua with a Hellstorm and a Lightning.
Aqua.
Accent.
And he's going to call in the Lightning Strike right now. Pender with a big 2-piece. I heard him just get pretty loud right behind us. But Aqua answering back with the 2-piece Lightning Strike and also calling in the Hellstorm. Splice should be able to gain control here. That was a 2-piece. He actually gets Lacefield answering back with the War Machine. There's just so much going on right now. Drones inbound.
Grab slam.
Grab slam. Everything invested in this last hill.
Dude, chaos. But Splice, they're in the hill. And it comes down.
They're all pinned. The drones are going to pin them down. They're going to pick up a kill. Parasite answering back with a 2-piece. War Machine is out for Temp. He can make the hero play right now if he can pick up this kill.
Oh, my lord. Absolute chaos.
8 seconds left. I think Splice is going to be able to do it. All they have to do is kill this last player. It's just going to be late.
They don't have time to get to the hill.
3 seconds left on the clock.
And he's only two. Middle. 2 players from middle. Parasite last man. He goes.
Oh, bro.
Wow. That's a rough L to take.
Splice is so good.
I mean, that's a great comeback. Credit where credit's due, but I'm not saying that that's twice that we've seen that happen now for Pittsburgh Knights.
That is twice.
But it is twice that we've seen that happen now.
The first one was worse. The first one.
They were both pretty bad.
I don't know, man. That was... Actually, yeah, you're probably right. The first one was pretty bad. When you think about it.
Do you think, though, that it was closer, slightly closer at the very end there than you would have expected?
I mean, I just expected the Knights to win that map. When we first went into it, the way they were playing was fantastic. They had hill control. They were playing. They were set up. They looked good. It's just those last 2 hills, they just got dominated on them.
They got. I mean, they had
away streaks.
Splice just gave up that other hill and they rotated to the 3rd hill in the lab. Held that time. The weird Tempest battle that we just saw. Everyone was on the ground. Everyone was on the ground.
Aqua was a hero right there, picking up those streaks on rotation. Because they were at a disadvantage, and then he called in the drones. He got an entry, used the Hellstorm. He pretty much spearheaded right into that.
Does that come down to maybe specialist tracking? Because if you think about it, 5v5, first of all, more chaotic than what players are used to. We didn't have specialists last year. Now, in those crunch times, it felt maybe like Pittsburgh Knights were like, we have a War Machine. We can rotate a little late, we'll use it, but little did they know, Well, Splice had a War Machine as well. We saw a Grab Slam come in as well. There was basically just every specialist you could possibly imagine.
I don't think you
Bueno, y invita a Flor en el grupo.
Right? It's so hard to track that.
Like right there was like a special case. So they saved all their stuff for the end.
Vamos a ver otra partida del torneo.
Final battle, and it was
Entra a jugar ahora, a ver quién va a ganar.
We actually did have another epic moment that we were going to swing back to now. Previously on Alpha with Optic, and that's your play of the game presented by Scuff and featuring TJ Halley.
This was silly, by the way. 3v6.
Where's the trophy?
This was a 3v6 to start things off, right? Now, a 2v4. Who is that? Who is that making the
last? He almost made a good play right there.
Decimate push lobby alone. TJ goes huge.
Base God.
One thing that did go unnoticed right there was Karma actually looks outside the map and picks up. You get 3 seconds when you jump out of the map before you can jump back in.
Ya estoy transmitiendo video, loco.
I don't know if
jugando un torneito aquí.
jumped out, but if he just checked it like that is the ultimate heads-up play.
His awareness on another level if he just checked
I
feel like he had to have seen it.
No, están jugando, estoy viendo el torneo.
In that time, you're telling me as a player, you would have gone, hold on a minute, we're 4 seconds away from losing. Let me check outside the map.
He's the only player I'll give the benefit of the doubt.
Actually, no, that's fair enough. Yeah, that's a game of play. That's a game of play.
There's no way I'm doing that at the very end. I'm getting flanked and it's over.
Pag, do you think this is what we should have been expecting to see right out of the bat from Optic?
They haven't dropped the map today, if I'm not mistaken, and that's what we expected to see. They're the favorite team coming in this tournament. They took care of business. A little help from G2, but they did what they had to do, and that's what we wanted to see.
I mean, they do need to give a good showing because, of course, in World War II, they did not take an open event.
Yep, all the pressure, you know, they have a lot of pressure on their shoulders. The 2 new players they picked up. TJ, he had a good year last year, but going into a new team, had a great, you know, he wants to continue that. And also Dash, he has a lot of pressure as well, trying to get that, you know, first win, and let alone first top 8 placing.
I will say, I don't even think it's that they didn't win a championship last year. I think it's more so how the year ended. Like, you look at champs, they don't even make it to the nationwide arena. I mean, that's like a bit of disappointment. It's a horrible way for them to end their year. So now you have this kind of new roster that's formed, and they're trying to forget all about that. And, you know, online at least they've been great. They've come here to
Scump admitted it. He said it on himself. He said, I just did not play good last season. I was not good at the game. He can own up to that. That's a big thing that you can do. Look into your soul and say, my bad. Yeah, I was not good. That's
well, they also dropped Karma.
Okay, yeah. And now he's back dropping 7,300 damage.
We're going to bring that up every single time.
That's the thing. 7,300 damage in that control game. Like, what? Absurd numbers. Absurd numbers.
Coming up next, actually, on Alpha, we are going to have E United versus Reciprocity. E United in a rather sluggish game against Mind Freak earlier today. And I want to know, do you think that was more E United struggling, Mind Freak just playing very well, kind of a combination of both?
It was probably a combo of both. First game jitters, but EU, yeah, I expect them to play a lot better than that. I think if Mind Freak took that game too, it would have been in tough series. I think Mind Freak would have just rolled through the rest of that series. You know, I think E United would have been compromised.
E United was sitting right behind us playing that match, and I didn't hear Clay once. I just don't think that they were fully into it yet.
Sure.
And they still pulled out the win.
First game on Friday.
You know how Clay is. Once Clay gets roaring, it'll be a completely different team than we just saw in that match.
The one thing I found super interesting, and I was speaking to Nameless about it, was I turned around to your point, because they were playing like right there, and I pointed out the seating arrangement. And to me, it's super interesting. You have Cap in the middle, Clay on one end, and a BZ sat right between 2 just veteran leaders. It's like, you have 2 people who can basically just babysit the new guy, right? The new kid on the bug is like,
I don't think
BZ
is babysitting.
Oh yeah, BZ.
I mean, true, but you know what I mean? In terms of like decision making, like, especially in control, like if you're dead and the BZ's alive, you have 2 vets who can basically just glance over and be like, you're doing the right thing, you are doing the right thing, we're good. Like, to me, I think that's pretty interesting.
Absolutely.
We did, of course, just see Optic Gaming 3-0 G2 in rather fantastic fashion there on the Alpha. And coming up next, it's going to be E United versus Reciprocity on Alpha as we continue the very first day of CWL Las Vegas. It is sure to be exciting. We can't wait to see it on Alpha coming up.
Vamos ya. Son las siguientes manos. intento. En serio. Vamos a jugar entonces. Déjalo ahí ya la transmisión.